Have you ever noticed that when you deal with raw images while applying white balance, you have a lot of presets, right, that are built into your camera? Now have a look. So this is a raw image. If I go ahead and if I click on the white balance, I have auto, daylight, cloudy, shade, tungsten, a lot of presets. Now, how did these presets come into existence? Well, because this is a raw image, all the presets that I had in the camera came over to Lightroom. But when you're working with a JPEG image, I just made a copy of this image as a JPEG. I processed a JPEG of it. So this is the JPEG. And if I try to apply white balance in this, as you can see, there's not much I can do. There's just auto and there's just custom. Custom is what you do and auto is what Lightroom does automatically. Now, how do I bring back the presets that I had in the camera to this? That's what the tutorial is all about. So without any further ado, let's get started. The reason why your raw image has all those presets is that while you take a picture in RAW, the camera does nothing. It just stores the picture. It doesn't compress it. Everything is on you. It lets you control everything, and that's why these uncompressed files are so large. Every information, every control point is in your hands. So things like white balance, camera calibration, everything is in your hands. Also, there's much more dynamic range so that you can open up more details in highlights and shadows. Whereas in JPEG image, you see, JPEG is a compressed file format. When you click an image in JPEG format with your camera, what happens is camera does everything for you. All the sharpening, contrast, white balance, everything is just squished in. And you have your ready compressed image, small size. You can directly upload it to social media. And you can do all sorts of things with it. It's compressed, but you don't have all the options. You don't have the leeway so much so as you have in a raw photo. Now here's the thing. You can always edit JPEG too. It's just, think of it like this. JPEG is like a baked cake, right? You can add sugar to it if you want. It's just that sugar will be in top of it. And raw image is just like the ingredients. You make the cake. You decide the amount of sugar. And that's pretty much it. But you can edit your JPEG file format. Now, if you want to have the same presets as this in your JPEG image, coming to the point and objective of this video, there's a workaround. Suppose in this image you like the shade preset, and it depends upon person to person, it's subjective. And then what you can do, you can pull this up and save this as a preset. Click on the plus one and save it as, say, what was the white balance? Shade, right? Save it as shade and make sure you click on check none and just click on white balance and create it. All right. Now you have this shade preset. So all you need to do, you need to move over to your JPEG file and just apply this preset called shade. That's pretty much all you have to do. So let's just squink it down and apply this shade preset. As you can see, the corresponding values have been applied. Also, so this way, what you can do, you can create a different white balance preset from your raw photos for your non-raw or JPEG photos and even save it under one folder in the presets menu as white balance, and you can have everything like shade, tungsten, fluorescent, and so on and so forth. So if you want to know how to create a folder, so suppose if I go back to my raw photo and if I apply a little more other white balance, say it's flash, okay? I like the flash white balance effect. So this time if I create a preset, so let's create a preset and just white balance is checked. And if I just type flash, what we can do, you can create a new folder called white balance, and every presets that you create of white balance will be stored in that particular folder. Make sure just white balance is checked and click create. Alright, so you have flash, you can move the shade over to this folder. So you have flash, you have shade, you just have to click, select your JPEG image, just click, and there you go. Now here's a disclaimer. I'm giving the disclaimer after the video. The white balance effect won't be so nice, won't be as nice as you have in raw photo because it's a raw photo. It's giving you the ingredients. Sprinkling sugar from above the cake is different from adding it in the ingredients while you're making the dough, or I don't know how to make cake, but you get the idea. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you loved this workaround. If you you have a lot of JPEG images. I'll see you guys in my next one. Till then, stay tuned and make sure that you keep creating. Also, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you press that bell button so that you don't miss anything. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.